Hello, Jackson Heights Cobras. This is Cobra Esports, possibly the last week of Overwatch. We're unsure, but the hope is that we can keep things going and make it on to, which would be week 8. I guess you can consider we're in week 7. There will be no games played next week, whether Gold Team moves on or not. But I got 2 players in here right now. I got Kaisen Prophet, I got Felicity, and Gold Team, we're playing for a spot to make the playoffs later on today. That'll be around 4 o'clock. If we win that game, we have a chance of making the playoffs. If we don't, but if we do win, there's still a chance that we just place top 50 at like 170 teams, which is still pretty huge for our first year playing, being the top 50 out of, being the top third of competitors. But the idea is that we go in, we get a win, whether it's a good win or a bad win, we still take it, improve to 4-2, and then from there we look to see if maybe we can go into the playoffs, which will be throughout a whole week. But likewise, next week there will be no esports because of Turkey Day, so celebrate those days with your family. But the week after, we'll see what we can do with Team Gold. But this will be Team Green's last game. They have been eliminated from playoff contention. They are, I believe, 1-4. 1-4 is what I've been told. They won their first game last week. They won their first game last week, and pretty big for them to get their first win, and possibly they can get a second one here today. Finish 2-4, which would be a little more favorable, course, overall.
They're from West Virginia.
Oh yeah, and it is the second team Green has faced from West Virginia, which is quite hilarious because the last time we were all singing in key to West Virginia, Mountain Mama, Take Me Home, Country Roads, and well, you'd bet that's about the same thing that happens. We're also singing the song. In fact, we were singing it to the enemy team, or the opposing team. They're called the Red Devils. So we'll see if they bring the heat, and let's see if this Cobra team, Green team, bring some ice, freeze them in their place, and possibly go 2-4 on the year. Team Green looking to take on the Red Devils. So the first map, I believe, will be Oasis for Control. We saw it last year, or not last year, but in the first week of play. And in week 5 of play, those are the maps for Oasis, but they come back in this makeup week. We're actually in the makeup week. Last week, Team Gold should have played a game, but there was just too many people sick and some things going on. We had a play up and coming, so we just didn't prioritize playing a game, and instead we decided to take a week, relax, play our final week when we have the whole team healthy and able to play, because, really, that's kind of important right now, because the idea is that we want to have the full team ready to play. And we got to bring our A game because, we want to make the playoffs. And the idea is that we can at least make a run and, win it all. That's the goal of any sports, any varsity sports. Whether basketball, football, baseball, you want to go in and win it all. But our accomplishments this first year for the Overwatch team is definitely higher. Or the expectations I think we set good expectations for ourselves when we built the team and found and put it in, but to see where we're at now is definitely just that is the biggest step up, and being top 50 possibly at least out of 170 teams is a pretty big achievement, but if this is the last week, the next sports we'll be streaming Mario Kart, we'll be streaming Splatoon, Smash Bros, and we will be streaming Apex Legends, which I will try to compete in all of those, but we'll see. We've this week in practice we have been playing a lot of Mario Kart, Splatoon, Smash Bros. Well, that's been the last 2 weeks of practice. Jackson Heights brought in some Switches or Nintendo devices. I'm sure you folks at home know Mario, no Donkey Kong, those Nintendo properties, and that's what we've been able to bring in and play, and it's been a lot of fun. We've had a lot of competitive Mario Kart games to say the very least. But we're now into Overwatch, the final game from Team Green. Let's see what they can do. Starting off, we're watching currently Aiden as Orisa. Trying to do some damage. We're going to switch over here and see who else we can spectate. Peyton goes down. Looks like Kevin went down. I forgot to introduce the starting lineup. We have Tristan, Kevin, Rigsby, Bo, and I think I forgot the last one. I spaced. But right now, the green team, as Red Devils have captured the point, it's at 30%. You can see Tristan and Kevin, who just went down, trying to take the point. Right now, Team Green just playing back, waiting for their team to regather. The enemy team is applying a lot of pressure. They've been using a Sigma, an Echo, and a Bastion. So Echo and Bastion being the DPSs, the damage characters for that enemy team. You can see the Bastion coming out in his tank form right there, using his Gatling gun just to deal a lot of damage. But Kevin gets a takedown on the Echo. And of course, Kevin, he is traded off. Sigma uses his ult. He lifts everybody up in the air, puts them to the ground. And it looks like he's not able to secure a kill yet, but he's trying to. It looks like he finalizes two of them, one on the Bow, one on the Peyton, and then one onto Rigsby as he goes down just then. Tristan goes down to full team sweep with the Red Devils. Right now the capture point's at 94%. It looks like this first game is going to go to the Red Devils, or the first round, as I should say, is the game is not yet done. Anyone who may be first time seeing this, you have to play a best of three games, not 3 rounds, best of 3 games. Currently, we're in game 1, which you have to win 2 out of 3 rounds. So, and in each different game, there's a different mode. Right now, we have control. Next up, we'll have hybrid, and then flashpoint is usually the finalizing one, but there is more game modes afterwards. Looks like we're seeing a similar setup here from Team Green, except you're going to see the Widowmaker switch here so Tristan, who was playing Genji, now chooses Widowmaker. Kevin stays as Junkrat. I think Bo is staying Kiriko, which Felicity, aka Radiant, she's been on the team. She's been playing a lot of Kiriko, and it's been very effective. So is James. In fact, both of them can kind of flex and play Kiriko. Felicity more kind of known in her Mercy role, able to keep Tyson alive, as she's, I would say, more known for, and getting all those good assists. We also, this week, we saw a rework in the character Roadhog, which you just saw used. He was running up there with his shotgun. He got a rework, so his healing works a little differently. He can't heal as much to himself. And then also, he has a kind of a bear trap. So he can hook you into it, and that does damage. And then on top of that, he can shoot you right afterwards. It's nearly a one-hit, and it's a tank that's kind of really hard to play against right now, at least in the early form, until it becomes more counterable. But you can see how he's becoming an issue for this Team Green. They're not quite sure how to deal with him, but perhaps they'll come up with a solution as this round goes on. You see the being able to take another kill, but a nice javelin by Peyton as she was able to hit another javelin thrown, but the target not hit. You see the Bash in the background just taking a few shots. Switching now to Rigsby, who's trying to do some damage, but looks like to be taken out. Now back to Bo, who's slinging his cards around, trying to hit a headshot. Now turning to his teammates, looking to give him some heals. Point now reaching 70%, nearly to succession. The game is just about to end. Team Green is going to have to make a push for the point. Perhaps they have an ult to use. In fact, they do. We have the Junkrat ult, but Avon goes down. See Tristan teleporting into the site. He's behind them all. He's not going for a kill. He's going just to capture the middle, but he has to get people off this site to capture it. Points at 91%, and it looks like the Battle Mercy comes out and takes out Tristan. You're going to see Peyton here switch to Diva, with just filing seconds going away, and that's going to secure the final round of Game 1. The Red Devils, West Virginia, take home the first game. We'll see if they can come out and take home Game 2 and Game 3. See what they can do. We see the Roadhog right here I mentioned earlier as maybe you can consider a buff or at least a rework. You can see just how aggressive he was playing and just how much success he was having. You can see those amazing hooks, hit, shots, just perfect comboing of his utility. We're going to see Tristan step out and Talon step into this second game. I'm not sure what the switches will look like for Game 3, but as right now in Game 1, a game that took about 18 or so minutes, ends with a win for the Red Devils. We'll be right back after this. You are watching Team Green face off against the Red Devils from West Virginia. Going on to Game 2. Hybrid. We'll be right back after this. Hello, Jackson Knights Cobras. It's Crinan Prophet alongside Kyson Prophet from the Gold Team commentating Team Green. We're going on to Ekenwald now, the hybrid map. We saw the switch on DPS. You see Tristan come out, and then you're going to see Talon come in. So, Nolat 6002 is Talon. He's the one who just made the substitution into the game. We'll see who he plays. I know he likes to play a little bit of Pharah, a little bit of Hanzo. Just a bunch of characters about that he could really play. So we'll see which one he chooses right off the bat. After this game, we'll have an intermission of just pretty much nothing. What you're looking at right now, the Cobra ESports, you won't see much. And then we'll get things back on going, and you'll be watching the Team Gold try to compete for a playoff spot. Oh yeah. So for the playoff spot, you have to place within the top 32 teams. Right now, I do believe we are within the top 40, and the teams that are ahead of us also have a very similar record. So, I mean, you're looking at a very challenging top 32. What kind of makes things difficult is at least what I would say is that there could be a team that would qualify in the top 32, but they played an easier record or an easier schedule, and I don't know. That just some of my thoughts. I do think maybe that some bracketings could get split up, or maybe perhaps a look of strength of schedule. Looking into the general skill. I know some other games out there. Valorant's a good one. They take in consideration. They bracket you not only off your overall record, but they also look at your strength of schedule and your overall rank that you are competing in, and that's what they'll bracket you in. Whereas the league we're playing in, it's pretty much a free for all with any rank. We've played Grandmasters, and we've played Silvers, which to kind of more define for some people out there, a Grandmaster in Overwatch is the best of the best, and then a Silver is kind of like a below average player, and that's kind of what it is. It's a range of different players. You know, our team, we're kind of in that middle ground where we have platinum and diamond, ish players. That's where we kind of look to, or gold. That's where we're at. So teams that could possibly be lower ranking could still qualify if they play, technically easier teams. But the hope is the idea is that we can, win tonight and get up spot at 4-2, and then, from there, make our way through the bracket, battle our way through, fight tooth and nail to, try to get to the finals. But right now we're just looking ahead. Right now the game has been stalled. There seems to be a connection issue with someone on the Red Devils team, the West Virginian team. They're trying to get someone back in. Apparently this guy's name is Keith, who just accidentally disconnected. And Keith is saying that his game is really annoying. So I'm sorry, Keith. I hope you can get that fixed and we can get this game going. But some more things we can talk about is this is very historical. The year that we've kind of had with this esports team. If you'd want to consider that, the idea that at least we could have a winning record to finish our first year, and for the gold team. The game has just been restarted. It looks like it still will be the Ekenwald map, but it will switch a little bit of the daytime. It went from early morning to now late afternoon. So the sun will be shining a little bit of a different direction. So teams are going to start picking their heroes and getting set. As I mentioned, this is the green team's last game available for play. They have been officially eliminated from the playoff competition.
I carry my burdens alone.
But with that being said, back to Overwatch.
Nice augments. They must have cost quite a bit. You have no idea.
They had a player drop out, so they had to restart, and so getting things back to going. Watching Team Green, they're going to be on defense first, so what they'll have to do is, play defense. It's as simple as, whether you're playing football, you got to keep the guys from the end zone. The idea is you're going to keep this payload from the escort zone. First, you got to capture the payload at first, and then once you capture the payload, then you can start moving it. There is a separate game mode just called Payload, where you just have the payload unlocked immediately and you just start pushing, but this one you have to capture it first, which makes for some interesting bit of thing. But anyway, starting off, Cabin starts off with a kill. It was helped by Peyton, and then also it looks like some utility has been destroyed from both teams, but an early 2 kills 3 kills. Team Green has already taken a 3-kill jump over the Red Devils. The Reinhardt is already on the point trying to capture himself, but looks like Peyton's coming in to deal some damage. Knocked against the wall, but he has the Reinhardt at low HP. Can they finish him off? And it looks like they could. Bo's getting aggressive with the Moira, and he steals the life of the Reinhardt. And Team Green is looking like they have some life in the second game. Defending the site early. Definitely a way better start. You see, and now another kill. You see Moira, the orb, come in and take the life of the Bastion. Of course, most of the damage done by Talon, as Talon is thrown all the way to the wall, but he's saved by the enemy team's Lifeweaver, hilariously enough. Right now you're seeing Peyton trying to defend the point all by herself. The point's now just being defended by Kevin. He's going to have to show some shifty moves. He gets 1 kill on the Lucio, but cannot secure. Overall, though, a great attempt by Team Green as they were able to kind of have an initial hold on the payload, but now it is going to be started to be a scored. They have 4 minutes and 46 seconds here to prevent it from hitting that first blue dot. Once it hits that, the time will expand by just a couple of minutes. So we'll see what the Team Green can do. A kill comes out from Kevin. He's been playing really well. You see Talon, who almost gets a kill in the Bastion, but just at 1 HP stays alive. You see Kevin has his ult, but he's holding onto it right now. Not going to use it quite just yet. Wait for the team to get bunched up and then use it. But he's staying to himself in a corner. He's able to take out the Sombra. The Sombra gets herself stuck in the bear trap. Now you're going to see Kevin looks to be trying to 1v4 the enemy team. You're going to see Bo now. Bo playing Moira, a heal and a damage. But if you're me playing Moira, it's a damage. That's just the bottom line. It's a damage. See Rigsby go down by the Reinhardt on the enemy team. See Kevin, who just takes out the Lucio, so a good kill. Tries to look for the bash, and he's still holding on to his ult. If he can get to a good spot, he could use it. I'm not sure what the wait is for. We'll see when he takes it out. I think he's the only one on this team who has their ult available. He has, honestly, a really good ulting spot at the top of the bridge. He's not using it yet, but that he does. It goes out. He gets it right between two, and he captures the Lifeweaver and the Lucio. A gold ult coming out from Kevin. The Bastion taking out Kevin as he was just at that top part. The Reinhardt's ult comes down, and so does the Bastion ult. A barrage of stun and grenade comes down from the sky, and that moves the payload to the first push point. 4:14 left to go for Team Green to defend the payload. That's that little orange marker or yellow marker that you see at the very end there. That's where the Red Devils will have to get it to. Rigsby goes down, kind of entering the mosh pit of the party there with all of the Red Devils players. See the Sombra ult come out that deactivates everybody's utility for a set duration of just a couple of seconds. Might not be the strongest ult in the game, but it's definitely one queued at the right time. Could be very deadly and detrimental depending on what your team is trying to do. But it looks like the Red Devils are just inches away from securing it. They have what you'd consider a payload princess, someone who's just standing on the payload, making sure it gets through while everybody else does the aggressive work, and it does. That will be the first round completed. The payload has been escorted for the Red Devils, which means that Team Green will have to escort the payload at the same amount of time or not shorter. So right now teams are assembling their heroes, getting ready for the second round of play on the game mode hybrid. If Team Green loses this one, then we'll go to match 3, where you play a best of 5, but the Red Devils can secure this game in the next one. They will sweep the series 3-0. So we'll see what Green Team can come up with. You see Bo switching to Mercy, which basically commits to the idea that he's going to go full on in on the healing and looking to support his team. Just a good agent switch. You're also going to see Rigsby switch to Moira, so he has both the heal and the damage. I mentioned earlier that you might see Talon playing Phyra, and it looks like that will be the case. And then Peyton makes the switch from Orisa to Diva. And Kevin sticking to the Junkrat. Right now, Team Green on the offensive side, and they start off just like they started off last time. Kevin with an early takedown. We'll see if that can remain the theme. We're going to have to play aggressive and play together. You see the hamster come out from the enemy team. So quite very a movement-based character, as the hamster can just or Wrecking Ball is his official name. We see David play him a lot. You're going to see the Symmetra get taken down by Talon. Talon, who's playing the eyes from the sky right now with the Phyra. Getting tracked down by Bo playing Mercy. Just a good combo working together. It looks like Team Green only has 3 minutes and 7 seconds to not only capture the payload, but escort it the distance all the way from point A to point B. We'll see if they can achieve it. And right now you have the Wrecking Ball who's coming in, just spreading the green team apart, getting them detached from one another. That's the idea of Wrecking Ball, is you can kind of create space and distance from healers and DPS, which DPS characters, the one thing about them is that they can get taken down and killed pretty easily if they're separated from a healer. A tank can do a lot more. And speaking about tanks, Peyton comes in for 2 kills with her ult. And then securing the kill on the Wrecking Ball is Talon. They're going to have to push up and look to capture the payload. But they're still being held near the bridge. Let's actually take a look at the leaderboard real quick. Kevin, who's currently what you consider carrying, if you want to look at the aspect of damage and elims, he has 12 elims, over 5,700 damage. And then Talon, who so far this game has 5 kills and nearly 5,000 damage. Bo has 3,000 damage, over 4,000 healing, so just doing a lot of work on the healing side of things. And then look at that, you're starting to see Talon come out with a 3-man ult, taking out 3 of them. What a good play from Talon. I'm not sure if it will lead to much, however. But that definitely boosts him up on the scoreboard just a little bit. 1 minute and 13 seconds left to go. This green team will have to just capture the payload. I'm not sure what they'll be able to do here. But you can see the Life Weaver in the back at low HP. A good shot landed by the Junkrat could have resulted in a death, but does not. And all this team has to do for the Red Devils is keep the team back. You're going to see the Symmetra go down. The Wrecking Ball is stuck in between the middle of Team Green, and he pays the price of partying in the mosh pit as he's taken out. 38 seconds left to go here. Kevin goes down. Bo gets the revive on Kevin, however, so he comes right back into play, looking to get an early kill. Yeah, I believe he just activated his ult, and he did. The Lucio falls to it. And with 15 seconds left, it looks like Team Green will be shut out on Hybrid. You're seeing Peyton playing Diva there, got knocked out of her met. Now just, well, kind of knocked out of existence. That's going to be the finalization. Team Well, the Red Devils takes home the second game, so moving on to game 3. We're at 3:37 p.m. and at 4, the gold team's queue will open, so assuming this next game takes about 15 or so minutes, we'll have about a 10 to 15 minute intermission for you folks at home, and then we'll get things going. I'm not sure if there will be commentary for the gold team's game. We can at least promise that it will be at least streamed to the viewers at home who do want to, see if Team Gold takes a chance to hitting the playoffs. But Team Green, it looks like there's going to be a switch coming out of the game. Will be Kevin. I'm not sure who will take the place of Kevin. But regardless, we'll be moving on to Game 3, which will be Flashpoint. So we'll be right back with that in just a minute. Thank you. Hello, Jackson Knights Cobras, and we're back. I forgot to put the transition scene on, but that's okay. That's all fine. We're back into things quite smoothly. On to Game 3. We're right now on Servasa. Is the map Servasa? We have 8 seconds here until the heroes are assembled for both teams. This is Flashpoint. You have to take 3 points altogether out of the 5 there are on the map. So, we'll see what Team Green can do here. You're going to see Reaper come out from Talon. Reaper, who's played often by my brother, who's here with me. And you see Tristan going back to Genji. Tristan, who came in for Kevin. So you're going to see Tristan in Talon at DPS. Then healers, you're going to see Bo still. Bo, who, he plays. Actually, let me talk about a few things. Just some, maybe some upcoming players who are showing a lot of promise. And one of those players is, I've seen him, and he's played a lot with the team in gold. And it's Bo. Bo's been doing absolutely amazing. He just kind of joined late into the season, and the stuff he's been able to do is quite amazing. I think he is a very sufficient healer. And, for someone who's never played on PC before coming into the year, he's definitely shown a lot of improvement, and we can still get some big game wins with him. So, most likely going to be, if Overwatch is a continued game in esports going on to next year, I would not be surprised if you saw Bo come out and definitely get on that team. You're going to see James definitely again on that team. Definitely, you'll probably see Sean, Talon, Aslan, and those are the ones that have really shown massive improvement. But there's really everyone on the team has been able to improve from day one. Tristan's done a great job of improving. Everybody on the team has done an amazing job of improving. But that's just kind of where you're probably looking for a next year team. People who've been showing a lot of promise and gotten a lot of playing time with Team Gold when we play some of our more competitive scrimmage games behind the scenes. So there's that. Right now you're seeing Bo's keeping Talon alive. It almost looks like Tyson and Felicity out there with the healing and Tyson's aggressiveness, but Talon there goes down, so does Bo. It looks like the first flashpoint is taken down. We're going to go to the second flashpoint here. It's a best of 5. If the Red Devils can win it, they'll sweep the series 3-0, and we'll have the intermission. Looks like we have about 16 minutes until the gold team queues opens up, so we might get in the split of the time, or the nick of the time is what I should say. Ooh, and you see Bo just grabbed by the Roadhog and pulled right to him and taken down in just one shot. You can see how the Roadhog has definitely been something hard of a counter for this Team Green. They did the best when they weren't playing against Roadhog, and that's really just because Roadhog is really hard to play against right now. We thought maybe he would have been banned or not playable, but the league has not officially banned him. We did see the league unsuspend Sombra and Hanzo, so we'll see if we get those two players played tonight by either our team or the enemy team. I've been playing a lot of Hanzo myself, so we'll see how that works out. But right now, Team Green, who's trying to make an effort to push the point. The point's at 43%, nearing the halfway point. You see Talon rip out his Reaper ult. He takes down the Lucio, and now he's getting aggressive. The soldier on the enemy team is ulting. He can lock down everyone in his sights. He's at 1 HP. All someone needs to do is tap him once, but he is not. He's able to secure 2 kills. Looks like Peyton is killed by some TNT from the Cassidy. And the Cassidy is traded off by Talon. A trade is when one player gets a kill and then is immediately killed by the other team's player. So it's kind of like a trade-off, An eye for an eye is what it should be. And it looks like the point is being contested right now by Talon, and he falls down, which will secure the second flashpoint. And now on to the third flashpoint. If it ends here, it's the end of the road for Team Green. It's been a journey for the year through the whole 9 weeks. Like I said, everyone's shown a lot of improvement. Some people have even been able to step up and play on Team Gold. And it's honestly quite amazing where both Gold and Green have been able to climb to. And yeah, it's been quite amazing, especially playing alongside everyone. We've had some great moments alongside the team. We even had a little bit of a pizza party. Shout out to Rigsby, and then also Sean bringing in a cupcake party. So shout out to Sean there. Not a cupcake, sorry, it was cookies. Yeah, he made cookies. So yeah, we've had some memories, and we've been able to show a lot of good team spirit and with each other. But right now, you're going to see Team Green actually take the flashpoint to start off. And you're going to see Tristan coming. I think he may have been confused at which one was the right flashpoint, but regardless, he comes in. He does have his ult that he could rip out if he wanted to. The Genji ult is definitely a hard one to use, or at least to master, as I should say. You have to hit all your shots, or all your slices. Looks like the Red Devils will capture the point. 80% away, and that will pretty much wrap up the green team season. And then we'll have a short intermission, and we'll see if Gold Team can make our way into the next step. If not, we'll have about a 2-week break, or a 2 or 3 week break of the between the fall and winter season, and then we'll get things going off with Apex Legends, Mario Kart, Splatoon 3, and Smash Bros. So two games in there that are Mario titles for any of you folks at home that like a little bit of Mario. Right now the point is being captured. It just hit the 80% mark, and now it's almost at the 100. It's a team sweep from Team Green, and I don't think they're going to have the time to get there. Maybe Peyton can jump in there. She hits her ult, possibly. Takes out a couple, but it's not enough to clear the site. That's going to be it for Team Green. To finalize the season, they end on an 0-3 sweep, but they finished the year 1-4, so all things considered, they had a decent run, and they were able to work together well and compete and do well. And right now we're seeing the Roadhog, this is his third play of the game at Roadhog, and you can just see how easy it really is to play him. Just it's a hook, grab, shoot, and that's pretty much about it. So we'll have about a 12-minute intermission before our second game, or not our second game, but the Gold Team's game. And yeah, we'll be right back after this. We're over esports.
pylon deployed. Healing pylon out. Healing pylon here.
An objective is now
Welcome back, Cobra fans. Sorry for the delay. This is Bo McKinley. We're not spectating the gold team. They're playing Control on Oasis. We have aka Tazzer as James. He's playing Ayari, a support character. Look, Crop David. He's playing Wrecking Ball, or as I like to call him, Hamter. He's the tank. Candace 36 is Crinan, and he's playing Torbjorn as damage. Radiant is Felicity Kirk, and she's playing Mercy, a healer character. And the Prophet is Kyson Prophet, playing Reaper, another DPS. It's a little late, but Control is a game mode where both teams fight over one control point in the middle. They capture it, and whoever gets to 100 on their side first wins. The more team members you have in the circle means the faster you'll capture the point and get percentage.
Positioning healing pylon.
Right now, Jackson Heights is going on 80%. They're doing a good job at really dealing with the enemy and not letting them recapture. Tyson using his Reaper ult gets a double kill and then takes out the enemies at Yari. And it dies due to the enemy Orissa's ult. It looks like the enemy team's about to reach 100. The Jackson Heights Cobras need to take it back and stop them.
best round lost.
Jackson Heights lost the first round. Hopefully they can win the next one and take it back.
Let's go! I've got a few new inventions to try.
Checking in. No unnecessary risks.
Five, four, three, two, one. Round two. Capture the objective.
It doesn't look like there's been any swaps except for Brendan, who switched to May, character who shoots ice and freezes enemies.
The objective is now.
The enemy team right now is doing a really good job of keeping the Cobras away and not letting them get control of the point. Not letting them too close.
Healthy body, healthy mind.
Looks like the Cobras are regrouping to
Topping you up.
so they can push it once and make sure their push is successful. James has switched to Kiriko, a Japanese-style character who can throw hard-like pieces of paper and heal her teammates with them, and throw kunai, a type of knife, to damage her enemies.
Hey. Hey there. Call it?
I've got a few tricks. I've got a few tricks. I've got a few tricks. I've got a few tricks.
Brendan has switched to Bastion, a robot who has a machine gun and grenades. Very effective at crowd control and dealing high damage. And the Cobras, it looks like, are almost swept by the enemy team with a really successful push.
Attack the objective, and now!
Deiner Seite.
We can see Krinen using his ult to shoot bombs at the enemy team. It looks like the enemy team captured the point before the Cobras could and have won this match.
Play of the game.
Let's look at the play game by Tyson. He uses his ultimate to take out multiple of the enemy team, getting a double kill, and then another one on the soldier. Thank you for watching. We'll be right back as the Cobras get ready to play their next game.
We're in this together. All of us.
Dead weight gets left behind.
Make it worth your while.
Alright, Cobra esports fans, we're back. This game mode is called Hybrid. It is where the one team gets to a point and then they make sure the point pushes and then they switch teams and whoever can push the point further wins. It appears that James and Brendan have switched spots. James now playing a DPS character called Sojourn, who has a laser machine gun and a railgun. She deals very high damage and is a pretty popular character, I'd say, overall. Brendan has switched to Moira, a support character he's really good with. She uses her heals and her damage, her heals in her left, her damage in her right hand to take out enemies and heal her teammates. But Brendan isn't very good at healing most of the time and drops a lot of kills with Moira, so I believe that's why they switched to this strategy.
Great minds are always persecuted.
You're falling apart.
Objective lost.
The enemy teams captured the payload. They're grouping up really well, taking out both entrances, so the Cobras don't have an outlet to recapture the point. The payload.
Fall in on me. Breaking them down.
Sojourn has to do damage to charge her railgun, but with Sojourn's ultimate, she can shoot her railgun a lot faster and it doesn't have to charge up, dealing a lot of damage. A very helpful ultimate for her team. David has switched to Roadhog, a character who has recently been updated in the game, and a lot of people are saying it's a very good update for the character. Roadhog can grapple the enemy players. He also has a trap that he can set on the ground. If the enemy team goes over it, or if it's triggered, it does a lot of damage. And he has a double-barrel shotgun that can one-shot a lot of characters. He is very popular in the game after his update. He can also right-click to heal himself. Helpful because the supports don't have to constantly focus on him.
Right by you.
Your end is within my reach.
See, Doctor? No side effects. Surrender to my will. Treatment ongoing.
The enemy team's doing a very good job of keeping the Cobras away. The Cobras really need to capture this, or it's going to be very difficult for them to take the payload this far as well. The enemy team has reached the payload to the end. This is not a good thing for Jackson Heights, so let's see if they can push the payload just as far.
Persecuted.
Cheers, love! It's time to save the world.
There is a new sadness in you, brother.
No. I've simply grown tired of pretending I am content.
Perhaps I can share.
It seems we've swapped a lot of characters on the gold team.
Do not fight for myself.
AKA Tuzzer or James is now playing Tracer, a character who can dash really fast. He's very annoying to play against, but also very helpful to have on your team. We have Felicity playing Bridget. Usually you don't see her playing very many other people besides Mercy, because that's who she's the best at.
Let me help you with that.
Bridget has a shield. She also has a handheld weapon, so she's not great for open maps, but she can be very useful if she's used correctly. Kryn is playing Zenyatta, a character that James plays a lot. He shoots his orbs, and he can put some on his teammates to heal them, and on his enemies to make damage do more against them. He's like a robotic monk.
It takes two hands to clap.
I have the objective. Take reader to protect you.
You are safe with me.
Hi there.
The Cobras are capturing the point. This pretty fast. This could be very helpful to get them this round's victory.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Humanity is shackled.
Looks like Kryn switched back to Moira.
Team kill.
I will tear victory from your grasp. Insects. Take everything.
David's playing Ramatra, a character he used to play a lot before he started playing the Wrecking Ball. He's very good with them. He just used his ult that absorbs other players, and unfortunately he's been eliminated. Looks like the enemy at Ramatra has used their ult, taking down Kyson, Felicity, and James.
there, lads.
Placing shield.
You're broken. May I? Misery made manifest.
The enemy Mei froze, used her ultimate and froze a lot of the Jackson Heights team, letting the enemy team take advantage and eliminate a lot of our players.
Push the payload.
A really good play by the enemy team.
Shields up.
The payload is stopped.
I've got you. I'm under attack. You cannot escape me. Concentrating fire. For you.
Looks like the enemy team got a complete team kill using great teamwork. The Cobras really need to step it up, not to be mean. The Cobras really need to take it up a notch, play a little bit more aggressive, and take out this enemy team. Felicity takes out the Ramatra, which is a very difficult thing to do with the support character. Tyson takes out the enemy soldier.
Winston reporting.
Looking better already.
30 seconds remaining.
There isn't a lot of time left for the gold team. They need to make a really good push and get the payload to the other side, so they can get more time and possibly win. Amazing combination of ults by the enemy team, the Ramatra and the Mei, freezing them and absorbing their health.
Let's keep it moving.
It looks like they're about there. The Cobras just need a little bit more of a push to get more time.
I've got you in my sights.
Oh, the Cobras have lost this round. This is not good.
Play of the game.
The play of the game goes to the enemy soldier named Oni. This is a really tough challenge for the Jackson Heights Cobras. This has been a really good team to play against. Let's just hope they can defeat the enemy team in these last few rounds. Alright, Cobra friends, we will be right back after a short intermission. So stay tuned, and we will be right back. Alright, Cobra fans, we are back
We will crush them.
with the Jackson Heights team. If the gold team can take this over, they may be able to win, but if they lose this round, it is game over. Let's just hope that they are able to play really well offense and heal very well and capture this game.
4, 3, 2, 1. Initial flashpoint. Mark it.
This game mode, as you probably just heard, is Flashpoint, where the two teams fight over different points on the map, unlike Control, where there's
Protecting you.
one point in several rounds. It's different points in the same game, and whoever gets a certain amount of points first wins.
Hey there.
Take heavy fire. Thanks.
Strength from nature.
Draw their fire.
Power overwhelming.
The Cobras are capturing the point. This is very good timing because the enemy team already has 67% on this Flashpoint. This kind of pushing is really what the Cobras need to catch a victory.
Defend the objective.
I've high hopes for you.
Enemy contact.
Brandon has just used his ult as Torbjorn, throwing lava everywhere that damages the opponents. It is very effective at taking down many of the team, as our team is also taken down sadly by the enemy Genji. The Jackson Heights Cobras are still capturing though, with 70 going on 80% on the Flashpoint. Will the Cobras be able to take this over and win? It's in overtime. That means the Cobras just need to take out everybody else of the enemy team that's on the point. Tyson uses his ult and takes out 3 of the enemy team, leading to a team kill. They capture this flashpoint, but they do not win. They still have a few more flashpoints to capture before they get this victory.
I'm here.
Enemy. Draw their fire. Absorbing harsh.
I've got you in my sights.
I've got
Turning up the heat.
attack the objective.
I'm a well-oiled hot. Defend the objective.
I'm with you. Soothing your wounds. 다이저브. Draw strength from nature. Let the Kitsune guide you.
James has just used his ult as Kiriko, making all weapon fire from our team a lot faster. This should help the Cobras to capture the point, which we need because the enemy team is at 60% now on this flashpoint.
Restoring balance.
James is eliminated by the enemy team's Orisa. Will the Jackson Heights Cobras be able to get to the point in time to take it back? We'll see. Crinden switching to Bastion has really helped the team out, taking down multiple of the opponent. It is now contested. Jackson Heights Cobra's gold team has lost its objective. They still have another chance to capture the next one and possibly win. I have faith in Jackson Heights Cobras. I think we'll be able to.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
Tyson uses Zolt and takes out two of the enemy team. Unfortunately, he is eliminated by the enemy Junkrat.
I'm on fire.
Hey there. Hi. Hey. I'm obviously the most precious.
Here's the wall you ordered. Over there. Shields under fire. Let me help you with that.
Protect the objective.
I'm under attack. Helping you recover.
Let the Kitsune.
Looks like the enemy team took out Felicity and James, both the supports, as well as Crinden. Let's just hope the Cobras will be able to take this back for the victory.
That's not gonna stop me.
Don't worry, I'll be right behind you.
The Cobras are at 85, and the enemy team has captured the point back. Hopefully, the Cobras can recapture and
Popping you up.
get this point.
I can fix that. I'm grateful.
Felicity switched back to Mercy, her best character. Everybody on the gold team seems to agree that it's just not quite the same without Felicity's good healing as Mercy. Mercy has an amazing power. She can, every once in a while, she can revive one of her dead teammates, bringing them back into the battle. It's very helpful for difficult situations like this. It's in overtime with the enemy team at 99%. Hopefully the Cobras can capture this back for the win.
Heroes never die.
Looks like the enemy team may just capture this point. This is bad for the Cobras.
Next, flashpoint ruins.
I'd better be more careful.
So it appears that the enemy team is paused because one of their monitors has randomly turned off. So we will be back very shortly. Alright, Cobra fans, we are back. The problems were resolved. This sort of thing happens a lot more than you would think. Just last time with the gold team, you probably saw, the enemy paused and we had to restart our match. This new flashpoint, the Cobras already have 25%. It's a pretty good lead. Hopefully they can keep it. The enemy Orisa uses her ult, but does not get any eliminations on the Cobras. 4 of the Cobras are taken out. This is not good with the enemy recapturing. Hopefully they can come back and get this point. A pretty neat thing that Mei can do is she can actually form a crystal around herself when she's on low health and use that to heal up a little bit until she decides to come out, like what you just saw. The Cobras are recaptured. It looks like the scores are about even. Hopefully they can keep this point. If the enemy captures this point and takes it to 100%, the Cobras lose this round. We do not want that happening. They're doing a good job about taking out the enemy team. 4-player. It appears Felicia has been taken down. That could be bad. Jackson Heights has recaptured the point. This allows them for a possible win on this. If they it's sudden death now. Whoever captured this next point takes this round. Hopefully the Cobras can claim it and possibly win the match. We're gonna laugh at that later. Crinan has just jumped off the edge of the map. He does have his ultimate. Oh, he got his ultimate and then he switched, resetting the ultimate timer. That's not good. But he switched to Bastion, a more crowd control character. Or, Kyson flanks behind the enemy team to hopefully take out some team members. Ooh, the enemy Reinhardt pins him and kills him, but Felicia's Mercy revives him, giving the Cobras another chance, giving Kyson another chance. Oh, Kyson is eliminated as soon as he gets on the point by the enemy team. It's in overtime. It appears the enemy has taken this point and won the round. Play a game with the enemy Moira using her ult. It's unfortunate. That means the Cobras have lost this game. Thanks for joining us, Cobra fans, and we will see you next time with the Overwatch season is pretty much over for Jackson Heights. We will see you later, and thank you for stopping to watch. Have a great day.